Hello everyone, welcome once again. Today we are going to start a new chapter of 8th standard, that is crop production and management. So before starting the chapter, let us know about what are crops. So crops are the same kind of plant which are grown at very large scale for the production is called crop. So we are living a country like India where a lot of population is increasing day by day. So in order to provide food for a large population, regular production, proper management and distribution of food is necessary. So we need to increase our production so that we can fulfill the needs of the increasing population of our country. For that, we need to grow crops and we need to produce more and more crops so that we can feed the increasing population. Now, crops is the growing of same kind of plants over a large area. It is called crop. In India, crops can be broadly categorized into two types based on seasons, Rabi and Kharif crop. So, if we will differentiate between Rabi and Kharif crop, we can make a table. In this tabular form, we can differentiate. Kharif crop are generally grown in rainy season, whereas Rabi crops generally grown in winter season. Kharif crops, they are grown from June to October. Rabi crops generally grown from October to till March or April. Right? Kharif crop examples are cotton, maize, etc. and Rabi crops example are wheat, paddy, etc. So these are the two types of crops based on seasons. One another type of crop that is not being here mentioned is Zayad. We used to grow Zayad crops in summer season. In summers, Zayad crop is grown from April to June, and it includes the different crops like cucumber, muskmelon, watermelon, etc. These all are the Zayad crop that we used to grow in summer season. Now, sowing of seeds at appropriate depth and distances gives good yield. We can get a good yield if we will sow the seed at exact appropriate depth that is needed by the plant, or distance should also be maintained between one plant to another plant. Good variety of seeds are sown after selection of healthy seeds. We can select healthy seeds, and after that, if we will sow the healthy seeds, we will get good production of the crop. So healthy seeds can be selected. What people, those who are having different types of seed, how they can differentiate for a healthy seed or a seed which is not healthy. So what you have to do, you have to take a beaker or any utensil. You have to pour the water in utensil, and in same utensil you have to pour the seeds. So if the seeds will settle at the bottom, those seed will be healthy, and if the seeds float on the water, they are not healthy. So this way we can categorize the seeds. Now, sowing is done by the seed drill. So seed drill is a machine by which sowing of seeds is done. Soil needs replenishment and enrichment through the use of organic manure and fertilizers. Organic manure and fertilizers are added to the soil to provide them the nutrients. Use of chemical fertilizers has increased tremendously with the introduction of new crop varieties. With the new crop to produce more and more crops, the tremendous use of fertilizers is getting used nowadays. Now, there are different steps that are being taken in sowing or production of crops. And the first one is preparation of soil. One of the most important tasks in agriculture is to turn the soil. It is turning and loosening of soil. And the process of loosening and turning of soil is called plowing or tilling. Tilling or plowing are the processes which are called to the loosening and turning of soil. Second step is sowing. Sowing of seeds at appropriate depth. Appropriate depth and distances are maintained for the sowing of seeds. And as we have talked about how can we select healthy seeds, so we have to select healthy seeds from the unhealthy one. We can differentiate between healthy and unhealthy seeds by the trick that I have already explained. Good variety of seeds is sown after the selection of healthy seeds. Sowing is done by seed drills. So seed drill is a machine which is used to sow the seeds. After that, third step is adding manures and fertilizers. Now, soil needs replenishment and enrichment through the use of organic manures and fertilizers. Now, how can we differentiate between manure and fertilizers? So, manure and fertilizers are two types which are being added to the soil to increase its nutrients. If we talk about manure, they are organic. And if we talk about fertilizers, they are inorganic. Manures can be prepared at home by the waste, plant waste and animal waste. And fertilizers, they are prepared in factories. Manures contains humus, whereas fertilizers do not contain humus. Fertilizers contain more number of nutrients like nitrogen, potassium and phosphorus. NPK, it is contained by fertilizers, whereas manures contain less number of nutrients as compared to fertilizers. So these are the different things about fertilizer. The inorganic compound containing nutrients such as nitrogen, potassium and phosphorus that we have talked about, NPK, nitrogen, phosphorus and potassium. They are made in the factories. For example, urea, ammonia, sulfate and potash. These all are the example of fertilizers. Now let's talk about manures, a natural substance prepared from the decomposition of plants and animal waste. Plants and animal waste are converted into manures by the action of microbes. After that, next method is irrigation. Irrigation is supply of water to the crops. Appropriate interval is given to the crops. There are different methods of irrigation. Some methods were traditional and nowadays modern methods are used. Traditional methods of irrigation are moat, chain pump, dhekli, rahat. They all are traditional methods that were earlier used by the people. Nowadays, modern methods are used. They are sprinkler system and drip system. Drip system is very efficient way of irrigation. Water does not get wasted in case of drip system. After that comes protection from weeds. How can we protect our crops from weeds to get a good production? Weeding involves removal of unwanted and uncultivated plants called weeds. Weeds are unwanted plants that grows along with the crops. They are being removed sometimes mechanically by hand, or sometimes spray of weedicide, insecticides is done so that to kill the weeds. After that comes harvesting. Harvesting is the cutting of mature crop manually or by machines. Generally, in our country, the most of the harvesting is done by manually, by hands, or sometimes in at large scale machines are used. After that comes storage. How the grains are stored. So for storing the grains, we need to be a bit aware so that the grains does not get decomposed. Proper storage of grains is necessary to protect them from pest. Microorganism harvested food grains normally contain more moisture. So if there will be moisture in the crop, it can decompose. Storage, large scale of storage is done in silos and granaries. Silos and granaries are used to store the crops, and to get rid of pests like rats and insect, we use matchstick or sometimes neem leaves to protect it from weeds. Now, animal husbandry is food is also obtained from animals for which animals are reared. So, rearing of animals at large scale for food and milk is called animal husbandry. So, that's all about this chapter. I hope you like the video. For more details, stay connected to my channel. Thank you and have a good day to all of you.